Happy Death Day 3 director Christopher Landon reveals a key difference in the upcoming sequel and why it took 6 years to get greenlit. The upcoming Happy Death Day 3 was officially confirmed to be moving forward in April 2025, with both Landon, who directed the previous 2 movies, and series star Jessica Rothe revealing its development. This comes 6 years after the previous movie in the series, Happy Death Day 2U, came out in theaters, becoming both a box office success and earning positive critical reception. Speaking with Screen Rant while promoting his upcoming thriller drop, Landon explained how conversations with Blumhouse led to Happy Death Day 3 entering development 6 years after the previous movie came out. The director also revealed that a real-world time jump works better for the idea the film will be exploring, confirming the sequel is not part of the first 2 movies' time loop. Speaking about Roth's return, he illustrated how excited they both are about the continuation. Check out what Landon had to say below. What Landon's statement says about Happy Death Day 3. A new time loop is starting to take shape. Happy Death Day 2U ended by revealing the identity of the new babyface killers and closing the time loop that caused the events of both movies. However, it still left some parts of its story unresolved, such as a second version of Ryan, Fai-Vu, who disappeared at the end of the movie. Happy Death Day 2U's post-credit scene also hinted at what the next movie could be about, with DARPA recruiting Tree, Rothe, to do experiments on the loops, using Danielle, Rachel Matthews, as a test subject. It's unclear if these story beats will be resolved in the upcoming sequel, but it sounds like the new loop relies on the surviving characters being older. Since a time skip is in order, the sequel could explain what DARPA has discovered about the time loops, one of their new experiments potentially being a lead-in for the premise. Landon has previously explained one story for Happy Death Day 3 would involve an apocalyptic scenario, although it's unclear if this will still be the case for the sequel that's been greenlit. Our take on Happy Death Day 3's upcoming story. Some big differences might be in store. Happy Death Day baby superimposed on cake. With Landon's previous ideas for the sequel coupled with it happening outside the original duology's time loop, it sounds like some wild changes are in store for Happy Death Day 3. Since Tree is presumably working with DARPA on testing the reactor and how it creates time loops, the movie could see the loops happening on a larger scale than ever before. What this means for the story itself, however, is unclear, including whether a babyface killer will be the antagonist, or if a new threat arrives.